What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan of One here, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that I never thought I would get in my life because I never really wanted this until OptiNation decided to trade this for my Universal Studio Series evac. And take note, we are swapping them back. This is just a simple trade of hats here, and then we'll trade back as soon as we've reviewed everybody's figures. So, anywho, today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Deluxe Class Refraktor Reconnaissance Team 3-pack. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at Spyglass. Now, Spyglass is only the first that I can get out of the that I could get out of all of them to cooperate with me. So he's this one right here, Spyglass right there. Yeah, but yeah, so this whole box here is being with Siege, and this is the Refraktor Reconnaissance 3-pack box set here. So they actually have different names instead of, it just all being one Refraktor. So, but basically, it says Refraktor, the Decepticon reconnaissance robot, turns the fine art of observation into the cruel craft of destruction. And as we all know, Refraktor is basically the Transformers G1 reflector. So now that we've taken a look at the box, we're going to remove it, and we're going to set it off to the side. And we're going to take a look at Spyglass. Now, Spyglass is this version of Refraktor / reflector, what have you. And take note, this mode right here, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If I had to call this mode anything, I would call this mode too lazy to design a alt mode for a single bot, and this was the best thing I could come up with. And that's what I'm gonna say, because this is exactly what that is, and you cannot deny that's exactly what this was. They couldn't figure out how to design Reflector into getting a single-use mode, so they were like, well, what can we do? Well, let's fold his arms back, open up his chest, and rotate his legs. Hooray. There you go. That's how you basically get him into robot mode. But because we're going to be taking a look at the 3-pack, I'm basically going to show off how to do all of these guys. Basically, just do this guy once, and then we shall get into all of them in robot mode, and then we shall get all of them into combined mode. And basically, they all turn into this, and they all have a combined mode that turns them into the camera. And the camera has a special feature aside from the regular version, which is just a straight up camera, or just a straight up, you click all three of them together and bam, there you go, you've got the figure ready to go. But this one is a bit different because it comes with extra accessories. And let's take a look at those accessories while we got a chance to do that, because all these accessories do kind of play into how this thing turns into an actual camera. And it says it's a 1/14th scale camera. I don't know if that's true, but I don't think that's also correct at the same time. I don't know. I don't 100% know. It feels like it would be a regular camera in the hand, because I fiddled with it before we came on camera with it, but hey, what's new? So let's take a look at those other accessories. The first accessory being, you have the flash piece here that is basically, an add-on, and you can store this on the vehicle mode if you really want to. He's got ports all over the place. This one is a little bit more difficult and tricky because you can't really store it anywhere other than where this needs to be, unless you try to store it. You can't really store it in there, and you can't really port it right on in there. The only place it really ports in is really right there, and you have to remove that in order to get to it. But basically, this is how the spaceship would look if it was just regularly done with all the accessories. But we need to remove this accessory because that accessory does not come in until later. So now we're going to transform him after we get done in some scale comparisons. That's right, scale comparisons. So first scale comparison we're going to be doing here he is next to Transformers Earthrise Voyager class Starscream. Here he is next to Leader Class Siege Astrotrain. if I could get him to stay properly sometimes, you know. And here he is next to Siege Megatron. And clearly, size difference, so. Alright, so how we're going to do this, like I said previously, is we're going to get him into the combined mode, and then we're going to get him into robot mode. So, to do that, we're going to start off by removing this back piece here, and we're going to remove it off the side, and we're going to just open up the toes, and this will just open this up, and we can remove this, and we will take a look at that in robot mode, and then you're basically left with this. So, basically, to start this whole thing off, you're going to kind of fold up what will be the toes in robot mode. Then you're going to take this piece here, you're going to open it up, you're going to fold this back in, and you're going to close this up like so. Then you're going to split the legs, and you're going to bring them all the way forward like this, and tab them together like so. Do the same thing with the feet. They just tab in smaller or similarly down below. And then we're going to work on the arms. And to work on the arms, you're going to take them, they tab in, they have this small little tab piece right here, goes right into the crotch, right down there. You can see the head going on there. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take it, and you're going to just kind of fold it up like so. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to rotate it around like that, and you're going to fold it all up like that. Then you're going to come to this section here, and you're going to just kind of take the arms, bring them up, and they will just, they kind of fold on into kind of like so, but also kind of not like so. It's very, very difficult to do on camera here. Give me just a second. I'm going to see if I can't get all of this to work. Jesus. They're on a double joint here, and the double joint is a little stiff, just a little bit. So then you're going to come all the way up and split the legs if you have to get this open. I just like to do that and close them up, but for some reason sometimes you need to just close it all up, and it's basically just a matter of getting everything to line up just so. And if you have to, once again, open this up if you need to, and you'll close it up like that, and then bring this up, and it's supposed to tab in. There's this little section right here in the foot section area, and make sure once again that this whole thing here, if you have to fold the foot over like that to get all of this to lock into place, then do it, and then take this, and there's a little piece right here that's going to fold into that slot, and you're going to just it's very difficult, but basically it's going to go into that slot, and you can leave these down. You definitely want to, so we're going to that's what we're going to do. Fold this open, take this, push that in, make sure this is all honky-dory, and then just close this all up. Make sure it's all tabbed in, and then take these spaceship pieces and fold them all inward. And then as soon as we're done with that, we're going to take this piece here on the back, and we're going to push it right on into the chest. And then we're going to take this piece here, and we're going to plug it into the port at the top. And there you have the, or perhaps it goes in this side, my bad. There you have Spyglass in his robot, or in his combined mode. And, well, why didn't you use the shield? Well, we don't need the shield right now, because the shield we will get into in the next part of this, which will be Spectro. We'll do Spectro next. Sorry, I'm trying to decide which one. Will it be Viewpoint, or will it be Spectro? But I think we'll do Spectro first, because Spectro has an issue that we need to get into. But basically, there's that. So basically, here you have him in his combined mode, and I think you can see where this is going. So basically, we're going to then remove this, and now we're going to get him into robot mode. But before we do, we're going to remove this him off to the side here in brick form, and we're going to take a look at the shield and the gun, because the gun and the shield are kind of essential to the robot mode. So this, as you can clearly see with the clear piece here, I mean, it's pretty obvious what this is going to become later. And it's a nice, I like the silver paint and red paint that they gave it for, the extra piece for the lens. I don't really understand the gun, or if you don't understand the gun now, it has a special feature with the other ones that we'll get into here in just a moment. So now that we've done that, we're going to get him into robot mode. So here he is in brick form. Now we're going to undo pretty much everything we just did. We're going to untab the legs. We're going to undo this. We're going to undo the legs, and we're going to fold them all the way down. Next part we're going to do is we're going to take these, we're going to fold them all the way into the back so that it closes up this calf section, and then we're going to rotate the legs. Or, no, we're not going to rotate the legs. We're going to rotate the waist. Actually, yeah. We're going to rotate the waist. Hold on here. 1 second, guys. Sorry, had to consult the manual. Had to figure it out. So, no. Instead, we're going to rotate the waist. Then we're going to rotate the legs at this swivel joint. My bad. I apologize, folks. I had a brain fart there. Then, when we are going to apply this piece into the centerpiece of the belly, like I think we covered why we're doing that. And then we're going to swivel the arms all the way out on this joint. Ugh, that's a tight joint. Then we're going to, if I can get it to fold out. You know what? We could just go through with the old tried and true method. There we go. Fold out the hand. Rotate it at the arm, or at the hinge joint. Rotate the hinge joint. Fold out the arm. And last but not least, you can use this for support. Take this, plug it in, push this up. That's the way I do it. Fold this all the way up, and then take this and push this back into his belly. And then we're going to come in with the accessories, that being this piece right here. This piece gets put on that shoulder right there. And you do not have to have it like this, but I prefer to have it like that. Then you take the shield piece like this, and you just plug it into the side right here. And then we're going to bring in the gun. And then we're going to bring in his buddies here in just a moment. I have to get them all transformed up into their robot modes, and then we're going to get into scale comparisons, and then we're going to get into a family photo. Then I'm going to show you what you have to do in order to get him into combine mode. So, yes. So, anywho, here he is like that. And just like that, when we move him off to the side, and then we shall bring in viewpoint, and we shall bring in Spectro. Now, one thing to note about my copy of Spectro is he has 2 left arms. Yes, he has 2 left arms, but that does not affect any of this whatsoever. So, first thing to note is that all these characters have their own separate extra little parts. And what do I mean by that? Well, they actually do come with extra separate little parts. So, you are going to have to accommodate for these extra little parts. And I suppose the first one that we'll go with is Spectro here. So with Spectro, he comes with this this camera piece here. And this camera piece here is basically the shutter, the adjustment, the take the picture button. I don't know all the camera lingo. All I know is shutter and flash. That's it. But and there's no real set way on how to plug this one in here. At least not to what I've been told. If I have to, I will consult the instructions. But basically, this is what it looks like. And in order to get it into transformed piece, you just fold this open like this. And then basically, you're supposed to, one of these, you're supposed to, well, it's supposed to clip on somewhere on here, but it's not clipping on. Good Lord. This is supposed to work better. 1 second. Let me consult the instructions. Figured it out. Took me just a second, but we figured it out. So in order to get him with this, you're supposed to basically put it on his shoulder like this, and it kind of, infringes on his range of mobility, but, I mean, not really much else you can really do on that front, other than, do what a Transformer does, so. But, anywho, that's that one there, and then you're supposed to take the, oops, sorry, don't mean to keep on moving him out of frame here, but then you're supposed to take the shield piece, you're supposed to plug it on the shoulder, the other shoulder, and then you're supposed to take the gun, and you're supposed to give it to him in either one of his hands, but preferably this one. And the next one, Viewpoint, is a little bit more interesting. Viewpoint has a completely separate part, unique to him and unique to him only. These two could be swapped over, and any of this would be, all of this would be okay. But Viewpoint actually has his own unique piece. Viewpoint actually has a piece that is the lens. You look through here, and you basically, in order to get this onto him in robot mode, you split it, and there's this little peg here that rotates. You don't really want it to rotate, because in order to get it onto Viewpoint, you basically have to take it, and you're going to, this is not easy, but you're going to, well, you are going to rotate this, but you're going to rotate it all the way around so that it covers up his shoulder. Do the same thing on the other side. Do that. Shove it into his shoulder. And there you have him with his upgraded shoulder pads. Now, as soon as you're done with that, then he is supposed to have this as a shield. He's supposed to hold the shield. It doesn't matter which hand you get it into, but preferably, okay. Come on. Okay, we're going to just plug it into his port on the side of him. My apologies, people. And then you take the gun and you shove it into his hand. I don't know why that wouldn't work, but then you basically have the Refraktor Reconnaissance team pack in their robot modes and their special unique modes for the fact that they have camera parts now to accompany them. So, yeah. Now we're going to get them all into combined mode after we've done a scale comparison with all of them in robot mode. So, here they all are, and basically let's get them all lined up here into some scale comparisons. So, the very first scale comparison we got here is, once again, here they are with Voyager Starscream. Earthrise Starscream, to be specific. Here they are next to Leader Class, Siege, Astrotrain. And here they are with the Ruthless Tyrant, this is where my tongue stops working, Siege, Voyager, Lord Megatron. Now, there is one more accessory that I want to show off before we get them all into their combined modes, and that is the fact that they come with something that I thought was a little weird, but I thought it was kind of cute. They come with Crimzeek. They come with a little Crimzeek. I think it's cute. If I'm not mistaken, these little dudes' objectives were to wreak havoc. I don't remember, but they all went Crimzeek. So that's all I remember. But yeah, they're cute and they're funny, but I don't know what this is doing here. Somebody please explain to me what this is doing in this 3-pack down below. So now let's get these guys into their combined modes, and let's get them into camera mode and show off some cool features. Alrighty, and so now we have all of them in their combined modes, but here's the catch. Only one of them is going to live in the middle, and one of them is going to live over here. And this is exactly kind of how you want it. And please take note, I have all of the accessories literally just sitting right on over here. But, you know, could be a whole heck of a lot worse. So we're going to remove all the accessories off to the side. and then we're going to get them in, then we're going to combine them. So to combine them, basically you want them in the combined form that we got spyglass here into earlier, and you want all of them to basically be facing this way. So there's a peg and port, and there's a smaller port and a roundish peg here, and this is the way that you're going to want to just collapse them all in. They all look exactly the same, so they're all going to do pretty much exactly the same. So you're going to collapse them all in together, just like so. And there you have that. Now, what you're going to want to do next is you're going to flip it around like so, like this. Then you're going to take this piece here, you're going to bring this all the way down around, or you're going to fold this piece down and then bring this all the way around, so that way it all collapses in like so. And then you're going to bring it around like so. Whoopsie, I have this backwards. It's wonderful to note these things on camera. My apologies, folks. You want that one there, and you want this one here. And then you're going to take this, and you're going to take these two ports right here, and you're going to just plug them into here. Try plugging it into the ports before you close it all up. Unlike me, you know, don't like I always say in all my reviews, do not take any of my information at face value until you know exactly what's going to happen. And sometimes not even I know what's going to happen. There is also this other round port that is going to come collapse over the side here. Make sure everything is all nice and tight, and then it'll all snap into place just so. And then you have that piece all done. Then the rest of it gets way easier, I promise. So next we're going to work on viewpoint, or not viewpoint, spyglass here. Then to do this, we're going to take, or no, that is viewpoint. We're going to take the refractor piece, or the lens piece. We're going to rotate those shoulder bit pieces inward like we did beforehand. And this one's a little stiff. And then we're going to take them and going to bring them together like we did beforehand. And then we're going to take it, and we're going to basically have it like this, and we're going to basically line these two pieces up with these two shoulder pieces that are in robot mode, and we're going to push it back like that. And then we're almost done. And then we're going to take the flash piece, and we're going to plug it into this port right here on the bottom of the foot. And then we're going to move this off to the side and come in with the accessories. And this is where the shields are going to come into play. And we're going to take all three shields, and they all have these, you know, tab and slot pieces and connector ports. And we're going to just connect them all up together like so. And then there's these clip pieces here that will peg right on into that slot. And this piece is kind of pertinent to be there. It doesn't have to be, but preferably it's needed to be there. And there you have the Refraktor Reconnaissance set in its glory. But we're not 100% complete yet. So in order to do this properly, we're going to take this piece here, and we're going to bring it all the way back here. Why you would do this on a regular camera, I'm not sure, but this is how we get rid of all the accessories here. This is genuinely how we do it. And then we're going to rotate the camera around like so, right over there. Then we're going to take all of the gun pieces, and we're going to take all of these triangular pieces, these angular pieces, and we're going to line them all up along these hollow pieces on the side here. And just like that, they're going to line up. And they're all going to peg in just nicely, like so. And then we're going to take the final reflection piece, and there are three pieces here, and there are three pieces on the tripod that are just now formed by the guns, and you're going to lock them all in with it like so. and then you're going to take this piece and you're going to tab it in right here at the bottom of the ass of this figure, and there you all have it in camera mode. And boy, do I like this camera mode. This camera mode is beautiful. It's one of those things that is just, magnificent, 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 magnificent. They didn't have to do this, but they did. Once again, they also didn't have to give us Refraktor, but they did. So this is one of those figures that is just like, I could go on about it for ages, but this is one of those figures that just needs to be displayed and kept on the mantle for years to come. So, anywho, let's take a look at it in scale comparison, and then we can get into ranking it as individual figures and then as a whole, and then we'll be done. So, then we'll get into this. Then we'll get into the whoring myself out, or the sponsorship. My bad. The sponsorship. Here he is next to Siege Leader Class Astro Train. Here he is next to Voyager Earthrise Starscream. And finally, here he is next to Siege Voyager Megs. And obviously, one figure does not compare to three, but this as a set is beautiful, and this just is also beautiful as well, but, you know. Hey, oh, that's my light. So, anywho, now, where do I rank all of the figures? Individually, I'm going to rank them all, well, let's be honest, they're all repaints of each other. I'm not biggest fan of repaints, but at the same time, this is a different set, so they're not all the same mute-ass color. So, they're all supposed to be also different characters, and they all come with different accessories to prove that they're different characters. So, I'm gonna put Spectro. He's got to be the weirdest one out of all of them, with this piece right here being probably the worst piece to handle. I'm gonna say he gets a 6.5. Viewpoint, he gets a what am I gonna give Viewpoint? I think I'm gonna give him a 7, and I think Spyglass gets I think he's gonna get a 7 as well. 7 to 7 too. He's the more simplistic of the ones and I personally like that. Not that he's, simple is better, but I think this one's just a little bit more fun to handle, because it's just, But now, where do I rank the whole set as a complete set? As somebody with a couple of complete sets, like I've had Tonkinator, I've got the Dinobots, the Studio Series 86 Dinobots, and the Legacy Insecticons. I'm gonna put this complete set somewhere. I'm gonna put it at a 9, because where else are you gonna find a set like this where they turn into I don't know what type of camera this is, but if I had to take a guess, I think it's a Canon camera, or I don't remember, or a Polaroid. I don't remember, but if I had to give them, this is pretty freaking cool. I mean, where else are you gonna get three Transformers that turn into a freaking camera like that? So, anywho, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, I rank this, like I said, I rank this, a 9. So, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, don't forget to subscribe for more content. Don't forget to leave a like on this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below about what figure you may want to see in the polls next week. Because, yes, we're going to be going back to the voting season. That's right. It's the year of voting. It's the year to vote. So, but anywho, we're going to be going back into the polls, and I will be showing off what we're going to be working with for the next couple of weeks / months, and then we're going to be leading that all the way up into TFCon LA, and then as soon as we're done with that, then we're going to be working on our Titan class Metroplex. And it's a little difficult to film with him because he's a big guy to deal with. So, but anywho, as I said before, this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying, don't forget to check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors, where you can get most of your Transformers needs. This set may or may not be there. It could be there. I'm not 100% certain or not. We have to figure out when Planet Toys gets their next stock in. But we will be working on getting some stuff taken care of. We are going to the Retro Games Con in in Utah here in a couple of weeks here on the February 24th. So you can come check out Planet Toys, a world built by collectors over there. So this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying don't forget to check out OptiNation Reviews, whom this figure belongs to, and I will leave a link to his channel down below as well. And don't forget to check out Riveted Reviews, Beastman Reviews, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick with the Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, and Take Along Productions, as I know they all do some amazing work and have some amazing work in the pipeline. So this is Thomas Phantom 1 saying don't forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget it.